Hi Sagittarius, welcome. It's Meredith. I'm here with your monthly reading for August 2019. We're using Bonefire Tarot for the reading, and we are going to use a variety of oracle decks as well. I decided to do a card palooza for the readings this month because, well, why not, right? All right. I've drawn 4 cards from the deck for you, one to represent each week of the month. But certainly take the totality of the message. And let's get started with your card from the bottom of the deck. This is a potential theme running through the month for you. And you have the 6 of Swords. This is a moving on card. Usually, the traditional meaning is that we're moving on from circumstances that were less than favorable to much better, much more favorable circumstances. And the feeling I have here is that this is a journey within a mental process for you, moving out of, let's say, a way of thinking, a habitual way of thinking, and it's what I would call traveling the well-worn path of our thoughts. So it comes down to areas that challenge you, areas of life experience that challenge you. If you continue to do the same thing and get the same result, you know, you're wearing a rut into the ground walking that path, right? So you want to step out of that and blaze a new trail. And this is the energy that seems to be flowing in for you, Sagittarius. I'm sensing that you would like some change. And this is a theme that's coming out of the monthly reading. All the signs seem to be very interested in making change. Lasting change, too, that flows into the long-term happiness, which is a message that we've been seeing, if you've been following along, in the daily messages for quite some time now. So what I'm feeling here with this card is that you are breaking free, breaking through an old mental trap that's a well-worn pathway of thinking for you, and it leads you to the same place every single time, and then you feel like you have to start over, and then you end up back on this path again. But not this time. It feels like you're going to really blaze that trail, and that feels thrilling and exciting for you. Let's see what it connects to in the rest of the reading. The first card representing potentially the first week of August for you, you have the Queen of Cups. This is perfect, really, in consideration of what we're talking about on the 6 here. The Queen of Cups, she's going to follow her intuition every single time. Will she have inspired thought? Yes. Will she be in a mental process? Occasionally. But she has no care or consideration for the material items of the world. So there's no distraction for her from her intuition. And the reason I bring up material items in the world, because part of the well-worn path is that we have built-in distractions. So when we get close to something, you know, that's just a little bit out of reach, or, you know, that something that's on the tip of your tongue to say, or that thought that just briefly escapes you, and there's a distraction in your physical environment that pulls you from it for some reason. The Queen of Cups doesn't have that issue. Her intuition is her priority. It is profound, and it speaks loudly and in volumes to her. So Kings and Queens bring us self-mastery. So part of your trailblazing breakthrough here on the 6 has to do with your attention and awareness and your focus to your intuitive process, however that manifests for you, whether you're clairvoyant, clairaudient, empathic, and so on. Whatever your gift is, it's going to be loud, it's going to be clear, and it will override any potential habitual distraction. Isn't that wonderful? Oh, I just had a conversation with a dear friend. I have to share it. We were talking about how, you know, you walk into a room to go get something and you get into the room and you can't remember what you walked in there for. The Queen is not going to allow that sort of thing to happen in this breakthrough mental process that you are going to experience throughout the month of August and beyond. Let's take a look at your second week. And you have the Empress. Well, talk about doubling down here with the cards. Yeah, the Empress. Kings and Queens, all about self-mastery. The Emperor, the Empress, you know, they're all about experience, knowledge, the inner wisdom. The Kings and Queens rule kingdoms. The Emperor, the Empress, they rule empires. They have way more experience than even the Kings and Queens, right? So when you see the Empress, she represents abundance and fertility. So you have an abundance and fertile opportunity here with the 6 to blaze this new trail, step out of this well-worn path, get out of this mental trap, and move on to something that's much more fulfilling to you and in harmony with the manifestation you've been holding in your heart for quite some time. When we see the Empress, we're entering into some sort of a cycle with the number 9. It could be 9 hours, 9 days, 9 weeks, 9 months. She is usually shown pregnant in the tarot. So cycles, rhythms, incubation, gestation. This is a process that you'll be in for a while. And again, it's coming along with the number 9. So however that fits for you, you'll find it. Probably you'll be seeing a lot of 9s or numbers that add up to 9. This is a super spiritual number. It can bring you back to your focus of the Empress, the Queen, your intuition, your gifts, the breakthrough, the decision to think differently, therefore act differently, conduct yourself differently in your world so that you're more in alignment with what it is you're dreaming for. Now, and I do say in your world, and here she has the world right there in her third eye. Here we have the Queen of Cups, all intuition, holding the Ace of Cups. She's very focused on the love of her life, and that's not meant to be a partner, so to speak, meaning the love of her life is what she is in co-creation with in the universe. The love of her life is her relationship to self first. And so this may be the very pathway that is required for you, Sagittarius, greater, more expanded, harmonious self-love. And then that greater expansion, more harmonious type of energy flows into all of your world. Some of it you're going to be incubating, gestating on for a while. But it's change, and it's change that you desire, that you've held in heart space for quite a period of life experience, and you're gaining traction with it is what I feel here. Okay, card representing the third week of August, you have the Hanged Man. What an excellent card here, because this is all about enlightenment. The Hanged Man doesn't do a darn thing until he's good and ready, and I really like that quality about him. Now, you may find that frustrating. We all may find that frustrating from time to time, especially if there are other people involved, and you know, the free will of other people is not anything under our guardianship or control. So it can become vexing or frustrating when there are connections to other people with some of our goals and dreams. Regardless, you keep doing your part, and you keep celebrating your experience. And that creates the broadcast, which then creates a broadcast of energy, which then creates the ripple effect that flows out into your world and into your long-term happiness. And before you know it, the enlightenment that you've been seeking from your own self, and those who are in an enlightened way connected to what you're doing, all harmonize and converge in synchronicity. Beautiful. Fourth week, we have Seven of Pentacles. Well, what a perfect card to come alongside the Hanged Man. As I just said, he doesn't do a darn thing till he's good and ready. And the Seven of Pentacles is certainly a card of, well, we'll just say it, impatience. We're so close, but not fully there, right? The 7 is not the 10. 10 is fulfillment. And here we have a harvest. We have fruit on the vine. It's blossoming, but it's not yet ready for picking. That's why this can feel just a little bit frustrating. Whether it's connected to someone else or not, if it's simply something that you've been holding in heart space for quite a period of life experience and you're ready for it to harvest, but it's just not ripe. So you continue, come back here, you continue to come back to the Queen. Be in your gifts, be in allowing, be in the flow, and be mindful of habitual patterns of thinking, being, and acting, because the habitual patterns will reveal to you where you step off the new path, the new trail that you're blazing and taking you further away from this harvest. So consider that. Ooh, Sagittarius, leave some comments, please. Let us know what's going on in the journey for you in August. All right, we are going to do the oracle cards now. I've pulled 4 oracle cards from 4 different decks. Your first comes from the Indigo Angel Oracle deck. Simply asked what the angelic realm wishes to share with Sagittarius for the month of August, and your card is, you are special. And you are, of course. Super sweet and special. Sometimes we all need a reminder of that. You know, the journey can be arduous at times and difficult, especially if you're coming out of a 6 of Swords situation. And you could be somewhat hard on yourself and feeling like you haven't done your very best, or you were your own worst critic for a long period of time. Remember how special you are. Think of how you treat other people. How kind, loving, giving, and compassionate you are with other people, because you feel they are special. You are deserving of the very same, and most especially from your own self. Perhaps a new thought pattern? Okay, next comes from the Whispers of Love Oracle deck. I asked the guides and angels to give a love and romance message for Sagittarius, and your card is Receive with Love and Appreciation. Oh, I love this. This reminds me of the affirmation that I've been sharing with everyone here in the daily readings. I love and appreciate how it feels too. And you finish that sentence any way that fits you in your world. Yeah, love and appreciation. Best 2 energies for manifesting all of your desires right there. And the message on this card is, receiving something lovingly from others is a way of showing love. Yeah, how you show up in the moment is a way of showing love. And how you receive what's beautifully given to you, also a show of love. Love and appreciation. How beautiful. The Empress has that nailed. Next card comes from the Sacred Traveler Oracle deck. I asked the guides and angels to share the energy of the spiritual journey now for Sagittarius, and you have Breaking Trail. Oh, wow. How cool is that? A breakthrough is at hand. What was I saying? A breakthrough. Oh my gosh. That's so great. I just pull these cards out of the deck and I leave them turned over. I don't look at them ahead of time if I can help it. So this is confirmation of what was said earlier in the reading. Breaking trail, blazing new trails, right? All right, last card comes from a new oracle deck that I picked up. The artwork in this deck is simply gorgeous. If you don't have this deck in your own collection, just consider it. It's Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards, and you have Protection Guardian. Drop your shields. Ooh. Yeah. That goes nicely with this message. You know, moving in a new direction, taking a new path, blazing a new trail, right? Perhaps you don't need as much protection as you once thought you did. Perhaps your intuitive gifts, Queen, Empress, are shield enough, because you'll be able to sense what's coming and divert if necessary, right? This is lovely. This is a card letting you know that your own guides and angels have got your back. They are watching over you, and you are protected at all times. That's it, Sagittarius. That's your monthly reading for August. I thank you so much for watching. Do watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus videos as well. Like I said at the beginning, you'll get the full scope of the energy atmosphere in the month of August for you. Leave a comment if you're guided, and certainly check out the daily readings. Bye for now. Blessings.